says we're live. Great rising. Great rising. Peace and power, y'all. Bright and shit. Alright, we got to be a better way. Peace and power, great rising, great rising. Great rising. Alright. I am a distinctive, beautiful flower and a healing herb with a heart, a mind, breast, buttocks, and a womb. I come with sacred earth medicine to heal myself. Alright. Okay, family. We're gonna, it's Monday. We're gonna jump right on in. Hold on. Alright. Yeah, we cooling. So far so good. So far so good on the holistic journey. Working on the body part currently. Yeah, I can tell my body is changing. It feels weird. I feel like I need to start working out because the weight may come off so fast that I'll fuck around and be loose meat. Yeah, I can feel loose up in here where it used to look tight. Yeah. Anyway, there's some loose going on here too. That was before. This was a little more firm than that. I mean, shit, it was there, but I had a little firm going on. After I guess 7. Damn, I guess today's day 10. 10 days fasting. Yeah. Starting to see some things look a little different. Alright, here we go. What page we on, family? What page we on? What page are we on? Damn. Alright, here we go. I remember we covered Uncle Jacineb. So, it's your journey. We keep weaving. So we discussed the quilt, or the prayer shawl, the sister shawl, making a freedom shawl. Okay. So observe what signs and symbols. We talked about that. Collect swatches of colors. From the silver, blue. Okay, we talked about that. Great rising, Devorah. Great rising. Yeah, you can hear me and shit. Everything good. I'm straight. Alright, mountain your freedom quilt. Challenge the sacred woman. Woman queen. Okay, cool. Damn. I wish I had another device. I have to call Say right quick and ask him something. Okay, y'all, so I'm in Facebook jail for another 20-something days. When I get out of Facebook jail, we do got to have the funeral service still. Like, that's important to me. It's more important now than it was. It's more important to me now than it was, because before I just wanted to bury weed and shit, and now there are a lot of things that I have to bury. Alright? Yeah, a lot of habits, a lot of foods, relationship. Yeah, a couple of mindsets or theories, trying to think. Yeah, beliefs. It's a lot of things now that I have to bury. Some of them became more clear when I was spent time alone. Some of them became more clear when I fasted. And yeah, so the funeral is very necessary. It is. The funeral is very necessary. So we're going to get on that shit as soon as they lift this Facebook ban. So I'll be out of Facebook jail probably in another 23 days. All right. If at any point you feel your creative energy or your life force being challenged, call on Ask and never text. The original sister to sister pair. Call on the spirit of your freedom shawl as you drape it over your shoulders or over your crown. When you wear your freedom shawl, think of your spiritual guardians, ancestors, and elders, and ask for their help to make a breakout or breakthrough. They will always be there to guide and to comfort you. Entering the gateways. We did that too. During your 9-week journey, abstain from sexual activity. Observe silence for 1 to 4 hours daily. Follow a total vegetarian diet. Fast 1 day a week on vegetables and fruits, distilled water. Welcome transformation. Allow toxic conditions, people, things, food, and work to be flushed out of your life. Perform sacred movements, exercises, and dances daily. Now, these are the living observances. This is all the stuff you're supposed to do during the 9 weeks. Abstain during the 9 weeks, okay? Abstain from sexual activity. That is the first one. Listen, let's talk about it. Where the fuck is my ink pen? Yeah, because a lot of this is holistic training. Hold on. Flag nugget. I sure would like an ink pen. Or pencil. Hold on. Yeah, I need that. Give me a minute, y'all. Alright, like, I know this is gonna be hard. If somebody put you on a diet and they tell you no sugar, it's hard not to creep through and get a little bit of ice cream or just have one Reese's peanut butter cup. It's hard not to go in the gas station and just get a Sharon size M&M. Great rising, Auntie, great rising. I know that it's difficult to commit when it's just a diet, you know. So I can only imagine. And with a diet, it's a battle, or yeah, it's a beef between you and the beef. It's a beef between you and the food, you and the snack, you and the calories. It's most of the time, all the time, because no one ever woke up with a craving for a banana or a grape. Sugar causes cravings. Hunger wants banana, okay? Craving wants sugar and shit. So when you when you're in these battles, really with dead foods, because that's what it is, right? It's crazy because the dead foods still win. They're dead, voiceless, lifeless, and still they win. But besides that, if you can't win a battle with a dead something, then I don't expect you to be able to win it with a live something. And that hot dick that you lay next to every night is a live and real ordeal. Coming at you live and direct. I already know. Like, if my sister cannot say, no, I don't want the chips and the cookies, and I don't give a fuck if Patti LaBelle made the pie. You know what I'm saying? If she cannot do that to a dead item, which would be a pie or a cookies or a chips, then I know fucking well she can't say no to the she can't say, but you're gonna have to. And let me tell you why it's important. No, you don't have to do shit. You ain't got to do a goddamn thing. But if you want something different, you're gonna have to do something different. That I will tell you. Abstain from sexual activity. If in fact somebody here we go. If I'm trying to heal you from poison ivy, should I rest you in a clear patch of grass, or should I rest you in a bed of poison oak? If I'm trying to quit smoking cigarettes, should I wear the patch, use cream of tartar, and smoke cigarettes just on lunch break, or should I not smoke the cigarettes at all? You understand what I'm saying? In order for you to, if you're trying to empty a pool out or empty a cup out, what sense does it make to continually fill it up while you're emptying? In order for you to heal something, in order for you to fix something, Yeah, like, you know it. Nigga be like, man, my car fucked up, man. I'm gonna leave that bitch parked till I get that goddamn hole looked at. I'm trying to tell you, you don't keep riding and riding and riding and riding once you see the shit is towed the fuck up. You have to stop towing it the fuck up so you can build it the fuck up. That means while you're doing womb work, it's under construction. It's under construction. And a man can do it, can wait for you and love you after childbirth while you wait. This is the same thing. You are birthing your healing. Abstain from sexual activity, especially so. Like, there are ways to be intimate without sex. And then if you're in a marriage, then I'm sure you've explored. And if not, you really need this fast, this sex fast, just so we can see how real, you know, how real the love is. It's necessary. It's necessary, because we got a bad habit this day and age of loving motherfuckers for what they can do for us and what they can do to us, and not for who they are. And what they can do for us and what they can do to us will change, because people change and we age and evolution changes, but the essence of us remains. All right? Abstain from sexual activity. I said you don't want to keep putting anything in. It's not about, oh, he got a vegan dick. Oh, he drink almond milk. But bae tastes like alkaline water. Right, I get all that. What I'm saying is, chill the fuck out. You should be still. You know what I mean? You should be still. When you healing something and it's chronic, you put it on bed rest. Bed rested. Bed rested. Damn, y'all. I love you. Shit, I'm holding on to this shit. I'm holding this shit. I'm trying not to say this shit. Like, I got to drop this motherfucking... I got to give y'all this tea. It ain't even no gem. I got to give y'all the tea. I got to give y'all the tea, but I gotta wait. When you ever known me to hold some tea and wait? That's how you know a bitch... That's how you know a queen done growed. That's how you know a queen done growed. Man, I'm sitting over here with the tea, baby. It'd be about to spill over. But I'm like, hold it, hold it, hold it. It's peace. It's peace. 25 days, 25 more days of feeling silenced. You know what I'm saying? Damn the internet. It's alright. I'm gonna have that tea for you. And it ain't like I'm gonna forget that shit. Let's move on. We done talked about abstaining from sexual activity and the reason that that's important to do. Because we're doing womb work. Alright? We're doing womb work. You just want to put it on bed rest so you can do the work. Observe silence for 1 to 4 hours daily. Observe silence for 1 to 4 hours daily. Limit your conversation. Watch your words. Great rising, says great rising. Thank you for the yellow heart emojis every day. I love you. And for the music that you be sending me. My sister sent me a Mexican song in a minute. She don't give a fuck. Turn up. I love you, Anisha. I do. Okay. Yeah, it is. It's going to sleep. You got to put that thing on rest. You got to put that thing on rest. That's not easy. It's not easy. Besides the hot dick be like, yo, what's up? We ourselves be like, yo, what's up? Like, let the cat out the bag. Gotta let the cat out the bag. Gotta be easy. Yeah. We ourselves be like, yo, what's up with that? Come through. True story. I'd be like, pacify me. What's up with the pacifier? Like, is he, I mean, what, you gotta pee or something? Alright, here we go. Listen. We're gonna be able to abstain from sexual activity. I'm gonna try to abstain from sexual activity with y'all. Like, I wanna cry because wait. Sometimes when you want to cry, you should. Just give me a minute. Hold on. Because I know I need to abstain from sexual activity as well. I know it's time for me to go back in hiding. It's time for me to put the pussy back on the shelf. That's what my mama said when I was a little girl. She got pissed off and she had to make multiple trips to the clinic with me. And she was like, you better put that pussy on the shelf until you learn what to do with it. She'll probably deny saying that to me. You know, mamas, they blacks that shit out. When they got ratchet, they black that out. They forget that. But yeah. Yeah. It's time for me to fast from sex too. Hold on, give me a minute. Yo, that shit might not make you sad, but that's because you bullshitting with it. Like, if when I say we really gonna abstain from sexual activity, if you didn't need a minute, if you didn't feel like saying, hold up, sis, wait, back it up, say what? If you didn't feel like that, then you ain't committed. You probably about to get you some side dick right now. You know, the kind where you just turn on the side and spoon. You ain't right, sis. You ain't right, sis. You said you can for 1 month. This says during your 9-week journey. What month you got 9 weeks in? No. Lethal. Fragrance and sex. I am too. You know what I'm saying? During your 9-week journey, talking about she got 1 month on it. No, nigga, it don't say collectively. You and your sister circle divide the 9 week of putting the pussy up. No, that ain't how that works. Nah, it don't say nothing about self-pleasure. It don't say nothing about it. Say abstain from sexual activity. Now, for me, I'm gonna be honest, my first time abstaining, it was completely different because then I was frigid and the beast was asleep. But for me, like, really and truly, I'm not trying to be on no bullshit. It had got to a point, right, where I couldn't even watch porn to masturbate. I couldn't watch porn to masturbate, and it was because I know this shit sounds lame as fuck, but the more I started to genuinely love me, the more I started to genuinely love them and you and shit. So they went from being fucking actors to being people who suffered abuse, people who needed money, people who just was supposed to do it for one video, or like they became people whose children who have to hide their careers from their children. They became all kind of things to me besides porn, besides fucking tools for my nut. And so, did I stop fucking with porn altogether? Hell no. I figured I would rewrite pornos in my head. And then, like, eating all the live foods and shit, drinking all the fucking alkaline water, and meditating and doing yoga and shit, it got to a point where every time I closed my eyes, I couldn't see no BBC. Wasn't no big black dicks and cocks and none of that. All I could see when I closed my eyes would be projections, stars and shit. I remember griping about it, like, yo, is this what the life is gonna be like? I'm not even gonna be able to rub one out without, like, seeing Thanos and shit. Yeah. So the more I became more able, the more willing and able I was to communicate with my womb, the less there was, like, hold on. Because if you told a man, I don't want to have sex, and he said, well, can you just play with my dick then? Or can I just play with your pussy? Like, wouldn't you feel like, nigga, what the fuck? Okay, so you got to ask your womb how she feel when you tell her, I'm going to abstain from sexual activity. I'm going to fast from sex for 9 weeks just so I can focus on building you up. For 9 weeks, you won't have to do anything but rest. There will be no physical, emotional, no mental, no trauma to you whatsoever. Nothing but rest. That's it. Nothing. All you have to do is rest up and build up. I know that you're a self-cleaning oven. I know that this is a mission about healing thyself and that the body heals itself. I ain't never had to ask no scab to come. No Band-Aid ever gave me a scab. I know that the body heals itself. I know that all I have to do is give it the nutrients it needs, which is going to be me eating live foods, and the rest it needs. That's it. For 9 weeks, that's what I'm going to do. Except occasionally, when I really want a nut, I'm probably going to strap you down, rub you out, stroke you out, have you contracting and nutting and shit. And that ain't got nothing to do with you. That's just because that's what I need. Nah. It's up to you because everybody got choices. But to abstain from sexual activity, it didn't say abstain from sexual penetration. It said abstain from sexual activity. All right, so for me, that's activities relative to sex. It didn't say abstain from intimacy. You still have that. It did not say abstain from intimacy. It actually encourages intimacy, so that when you do begin to make love again, it's a holistic love making. It said abstain from sexual activity though. So, whatever activity that is for you. All right. Observe the silence for 1 to 4 hours daily, and yet it does make me sad, but I know that it's necessary. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, after you get in a new groove, it's much easier. Yeah, it's much easier. Yeah, like I'm real life is sad, but I got more than one reason to be sad. So shit. That's a good damn, that's hard as fuck. I'm gonna have to sleep somewhere different and shit. I really am. Hold on, let me blow my goddamn nose. That shit had me, yeah. It won't be that hard. I'll be able to do it. I guess. Well, at least I'll be honest with y'all. Yeah, we might need to talk about that. Hold on. If that Lisa shout me out, we might need to talk about that again. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. We might need to talk about that again. Not today though. The meantime, that's why it's important. That's why it's important that we abstain from sex. That's why it's important that we abstain from sex. Because of the meantime. Because of the meantime. Because of the meantime. We don't want to make a mess of the meantime. And remember, the meantime is just what you're doing in life until you find what you're looking for, which ultimately is love. Whether you're passionate about a career or passionate about a person or a path, ultimately it's love that's the end game. It's love that causes you to bend and causes you to love. Love does all those things. All the things that hate can't get you to do. You hate a motherfucker, you ain't gonna do shit. I ain't got nothing for the motherfucker. Fuck them, fuck that, fuck that. Love, you be like doing all the shit that you said fuck this and fuck that too. The meantime is all the shit we do, all the mess we accumulate, all the shit we build and step over between now and finding that thing. Abstain from sexual activity. A lot of our meantime is sexual activity. It started as just sexual activity, but that always complicates things. It does. It does. Already, like I said, you can tell by having sex is a physical act. But when we consider not having sex, or when we're in a relationship where if our partners just stop having sex, or especially with no explanation, or if they have sex with somebody else, like there's a host of things that rush us, and none of those things are physical. There's a mental part, there's an emotional part, there's a spiritual part. I mean, there's so many intricate systems that are involved in our sexual activity. So we got to be careful how we handle the meantime. We know that right now the passion is healing, the passion is wholeness, and so let's go to it. You know what I mean? Let's go to it. And anything that anybody can suggest to us that might help us, if it doesn't do immediate harm to us, then it doesn't hurt us to try. It doesn't hurt us to try. All right. So, yeah. If you got to rub one out, sis, go ahead. I ain't going to be like the Church of God in Christ and be like, you can rub one out if you want, but you're going to hell. Nah, not really. That's what you got to do to be peace, then you got to be peace. But like I said, I mean, it got to a point where even that wasn't enough. Like, I don't even, yeah, it wasn't what I was looking for. So it's not what I wanted. Follow a total vegetarian diet. I'm one up on y'all on that. I'm all raw all the time. Like, I don't eat before noon, but that's because I understand now that the reason breakfast is because you're breaking the fast that you've been on since your last meal. You're breaking the fast that you've been fasting since the last meal you had. And it takes our bodies such a long time to digest foods. Like, to have gas every night, I've learned, that ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? To be shitting every time you eat, get this, I've learned that ain't normal. Now, if you eating hamburgers and fucking hot dogs and you ain't shitting, hell yeah, that's a problem. But you shit out what you don't use. You shit out what you don't need. So if you're eating a lot of what you do need and you're not overeating, then you shouldn't be so full of shit. Like I said, it's a process and I'm learning. Anyway, yeah, I told you it was gonna come to a point in my life where I was just gonna be eating raw peppers. But I don't eat until noon or sometime after. It's funny because I remember in the Bible it say the man that don't work don't eat, right? And I always thought that mean if a nigga ain't got no job, then he can't have no biscuits. Nigga can't have no biscuits if he ain't got no job. I mean, no grocery. He can't have no bacon. He can't have no cookies if he ain't got no job. Now, like, after studying this holistic thing, I get it that, yeah, in a holistic perspective, until we've actually worked some of the day, our bodies aren't ready. You know, like, we ain't earned the meal. You ain't done no moving, no working. Anyway, follow a vegetarian diet. If you're a meat eater, no, just follow the vegetarian diet. Just fast 1 day a week on vegetables and fruit juices, distilled water, and welcome transformation. Perform the sacred movements or dances every day. Exercises. Sacred movements, like I said, put on YouTube and just dance around. If it's difficult to exercise or commit to a gym. Beautiful body and spirit in words, deeds, and appearance. Rise at 4 a.m. daily for prayer and meditation. Purify your home. Commune with nature. No television or video viewing unless the program is of the highest vibration. So can you for 9 weeks leave alone whatever ratchet TV you watch? Like my mother liked that Little Women of Atlanta or some shit. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, what? Little Women of Atlanta. Can you do 9 weeks without American Horror Story? You know what I'm saying? Do you really believe that Queen Sugar is the highest vibration and uplifting and inspirational? Now, if it is, like I said, no judgment here. Everybody got choices. I remember the first time I watched Queen Sugar and I fell in love with a beautiful black woman, and it wasn't even 10 minutes into the script, she was mounting some white man that was a police officer. So for me, even though it was captivating and interesting, it was not of the highest vibration. That for me was not uplifting, you know. To see that beautiful black man, what's his name, Ralph something? Shit. Ooh. Ooh. Hey. 2727. For real. I'm trying to tell you, I seen that was the time when I had said Ralph or whatever. But yeah. Glory. Whatever the fuck his name is. Okay. To see Ralph get drug and shit, to see him with the relationship flopping and like it's of the highest vibration for me. Maybe not. Interesting and intriguing, yes. Releasing old hostilities, malice, anger, resentment, hurt, depression. Keeping your body, temple, your home, and your workspace purified and clean. Observe segment. Be totally honest, loving, patient, and supportive of your woman self. Give yourself the time you really need to heal. Focus on your healing purpose and don't waste time. Don't waste time and don't waste energy either. Don't waste energy either. You're gonna learn. Juanisha, I know you dance. I know you dance. My sister, that's I know you dance. That's definitely a dancer. Focus on your healing purpose. Don't waste precious time, or energy. There's so much I have to teach you about energy. This is so much I have to teach you about energy. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. That is real. Do you understand that when your body is cold, you feel like you do a lot by putting on coats and wrapping up in a blanket, and you outside and you stepping back and forth and you moving and you're blowing and you're rubbing and you feel like you're doing a lot to keep warm. What you don't see is how every individual and singular cell in your body is doing 3 times the work you are to keep you warm. Otherwise, you would still pass from hypothermia immediately. But the work has already been done, which means if you got out there and you didn't fucking move, and you didn't have on a coat, and you didn't do this, you would still be just the same, because your body will work to maintain. Your body gonna keep pushing. Every singular cell in your body is like, yo, we gotta get to 97, we gotta get to 97, we gotta get to 97, we gotta get to 97. That's a lot of energy. That's a lot of energy. If you've ever cried from a breakup or from a bad news, and then you had to hurry up and get your shit together, like, it take a lot of energy. You feel drained afterward. Like, you're like, it take a lot of energy. That's how a lot of us are fat by accident. We don't realize how much energy it takes the body. And this is a side note. We don't realize how much energy it takes the body to digest food. You don't realize how much energy it takes the body to digest food. So while the body is struggling and struggling and struggling to digest the food you ate 5 hours ago still, because you ate some fuck shit, here you are smoking a cigarette afterwards. So now it's got to divert its attention to hurry up and protect the lungs as best it can. Then you got, now you tired and the itis and it's doing all of these things. Now you got to go back to work and stare at a computer, and it's got to keep you cognizant and alert. Like, their energy is drained. By the time you lay down and you keep putting more shit in, remember, if you don't abstain from the thing you're healing from, good luck healing from it. So here you are, your body trying to fight off the breakfast you had, this heavy ass, nasty ass breakfast. Then before that's finished, you having cigarettes, you having stress, you throwing in lunch, you throwing in snacks, you throwing in soda. Your body can't digest that food, and that's why a lot of us is fat. Our body, it ain't got shit to do with you not having the energy to walk up the stairs. On a molecular level, each of your cells, you ain't gave it no green foods, ain't gave it no water. It don't have no energy. You not resting, no none of that shit. Like, it's nothing. Yeah. There is no energy to digest the food, to break it down. And so it's just there, rotting and festering, causing you to have shits that smell bad, burps that smell bad, gas that smell fucked up, indigestion, acid reflux, and a host of other toxic go downs. Shit, I don't want to call nothing no infection or no disease. You got a lot of toxic shit going, a lot of toxic blood, a lot of things relative to toxic blood. Yeah, and all of that's energy. So we so woke, for us to all be talking about energy. We pure energy, or the energy never died, or the ancestor of the energy, or I was feeling the frequency of the energy. You don't have any. You don't have any energy. In real life, this frequency that you're calling energy is the vital life force in your body, and you don't have any. You don't have any. Your body's ability to self-heal, the fuel it has to self-heal, you don't have it. Anyway, when you're focusing on your healing purpose, you don't want to waste time, and you don't want to waste energy. You don't want to waste time, and you don't want to waste energy. And remember, energy is so much. Like, not only do you not want to waste energy when this bitch keep calling your phone, like, yeah, that too. But you don't want to waste energy on a molecular level. If you step outside and you don't have to be outside and it's cold as fuck, go your ass in the house. Don't make your body on a molecular level work any harder than it has to be. It's the reason that I'm not drinking the hot teas anymore, to be honest with you. Because I understand that even for me, that's a burnout or a waste of my energy. Is the tea good? Fucking right. Is it good? Is it healing me spiritually? You motherfucking right. However, because it's hot tea, it compromises my natural and normal body temperature. So my body has to work hard and expel energy to regulate the temperature. Just like if I get in a shower that's way too hot, or a tub that's way too hot, or walk out into a day that's too hot, my body is going to start working immediately to cool me down. You ever started sweating in a hot shower? You be like, oh, I need to hurry and get up out of here if I be musky getting out. Yeah, your body's working hard already to cool you off. Be careful not to waste your time, and be careful in the healing process not to waste your energy. Not to waste your energy. If it ain't nothing you got to do, then go the fuck to bed. Like I said, I a lot of times feel disoriented at night because I'm looking for something else to do. Chill the fuck out and rest. Let your cells rest and let your body rest. Now, I don't want you to just be out here lazy as fuck. You got to make sure you're getting your sacred movements and exercise on. But yeah, yeah, like that's one of the reasons that I'm laying off the tea. You know, as I learn more and I share more, I'll let you know. Like, cause I could probably list 10 reasons why I'm not on the tea. You know, I could probably list 10 reasons right now, but I don't ever want to give you 10 reasons without a breakdown of them individually. So we'll get to that shit soon. Like I said, give me these 30 days. Like, I got 3 weeks left. I got 3 weeks left of training. You know what I mean? 3 weeks left. And most of this is body training. I got all the hours in. Certification hours required. Classes required. Books read. Exams took. Done. Check, boom. What I have to do now is show and prove. What I have to do now is show and prove. I say in another 3 weeks, if I look and sound and feel the exact same as I did 3 weeks ago, we got a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Either I'm lying or the program ain't working. Here we go. Emanate a healthy reflection, an example of your divine self daily. I keep hearing it at the back of my mind. Ferrante Fraser always say, water is the only drink suitable for humans. Pure water is the only drink suitable for humans. Pure water. That's peace. I guess you just consider it just like food or soda or anything else we filter. Like, we take this distilled water and then we put in some geranium and we put in some frankincense and we put in some chamomile and we put in some lavender, and our body is 72% water. Our body, I believe I'm getting that number right. Our body is 72% water. So our body is always looking to replenish that 72%. Not only are we sweating it out, we crying it out, we shitting it out. You know how that shit go. We bleeding it out. It's 72% water, and our bodies are hungry to keep that replenished and replaced all the time, because when we don't, our bones feel weak, our joints feel weak, our teeth feel weak, our vision feels weak, and we get headaches. So our body is always pulling to take that 72% water. So it's nothing nowhere in the books would say you're required to have chamomile, geranium, frankincense, or lavender. We just like these things because we love these things. Plus, they make us feel sacred as fuck. They make us feel ancient as fuck. I'm in the Mud Woman clan. Hey. But let's talk about the 72%. My body didn't ask me for chamomile, geranium, and lavender. My body said I need water. So when I gave it the hot chamomile and the lavender with the geranium and the frankincense, it tried to use my energy. Right? I don't have much because I homeschool and I make earrings and I rip and run and I serve a man. So I already don't have much energy even on a molecular level. But my body need water so bad for the 72% that it took energy that I don't have from my energy reserve. It's crazy because that energy reserve is how fibroids, tumors, cysts, and cancer is fought. But hardly any of us have that reserve because we always use it to watch the last little bit of TV or to do that last little run to Walmart for no reason. Anyway. So now my body used up energy that I don't have. It used up energy from my healing reserve. It's depleted my energy reserve just so that it could filter my tea to take it back to the water. It's thankful that I gave it something, but all it's going to do anyway is filter all of that other shit out and take the water because it's desperate to replenish the 72%. Let me tell you something else. Because it's happening a lot of time to our black men. They be like, I don't drink shit but water. You're like, nigga, but your skin fucked up, your hair balding and shit. Nah, nigga, what the fuck? You must be sneaking Red Bulls in the water. It's because we 72% water. And when you look at you, you don't see 72% water. You're not just out here looking like a motherfucking jug of liquid and shit. So how the fuck is it that you are 72% water and it doesn't look like it? It's because the 72% water is not, you're not able to just drink that shit. That ain't enough. In order for you to replenish the 72% water, you have to be getting that water like nature give you that water. You got to be drinking it because that filters through one system. You have to be eating water foods, watermelon, grapes, cantaloupes, greens, because that filters through another system. And then you also have to have water in the skin or nose. That's nature water, like dew and shit. The moisture in the air, okay? Not the moisture in your apartment. That's motherfucking mold and mildew. The moisture outside in nature, okay? In order for your body to get the full 72%, the water got to be coming from all three of these places. from all three of these places. So you can drink 2 gallons of water a day and still be dehydrated. If you're not eating water foods and breathing in through your skin, nose, pores, eyes, hair, the water, nature's mist, then you will find yourself dehydrated. So considering that, that's the reason I'm like, I'm out here to heal. And so I don't want to waste any precious time, and I don't want to waste any precious energy. If my body is only going to separate the shit and throw some shit out, I'm going to give you what you need going in. So that's what I'm at with that. Like I said, I can give you a list of 10 reasons. That was just one. The energy that it takes to consume hot tea. The energy that it takes to filter the hot tea. You know, our bodies will do a lot of the work for us. A lot of the work's for us if we gave them the energy to do it. All right. Anyway, let me keep pushing, because like I said, I fuck around and be on that shit for too long, too much longer. Emanate a healthy reflection and example of your divine self daily. Oh, let me say this too. I ain't knocking nobody tea. Like, hold on. I wouldn't suggest drinking it right now. But that's, like I said, that's all it is. Me suggestion. You know what I mean? Me suggesting shit. Me suggestions. Like, yeah. See how this tea is still here? And this is Lisa's Fragrance and such. Mango Plus tea. Yeah. I'm not suggesting that you drink no tea, but if you was going to drink a tea, that would definitely be the one. Yeah, it's like I said, I got my temptation. A lot of my herbs and stuff I done passed on already, and I'm boxed up so I can ship out and shit. Peace, Shalonda. And there's some things that I'm still holding. It's hard to let go of. So it's a process. It's definitely a process. But Lord willing, Lord willing, we gonna be all right. All right. Okay, let's see. Emanate a healthy reflection and example of your divine self daily. Give thanks and praise for lessons learned, and pray for the courage and strength to face the ones to come as you maintain your balance. All right. Observe Neferatum. So perform a good deed to others through words and actions daily, and give thanks and praise for all the lessons learned. All right. See, Shetta journal work for each gate. Yeah, that's what we're supposed to be starting at. We weren't supposed to start at the last page. The spiritual guardian, Shetta, keeper of secrets, is found throughout all 9 gateways. When she is asked, she will unveil herself so that we may purge those well-kept secrets about ourselves that block us from entering into our true divine nature and fullness as women. She will guide. Shetta will guide you as you come face to face with your secrets within each gateway. This may be the bravest and most difficult thing you've ever done. This is random, but you're gonna hurt some feelings. All right, you're gonna hurt some feelings. It's inevitable. Like, it's this so sad. Your feelings have been hurt, and why do we do that? Wait, because I know I'm guilty of it too. I guess it's just our love. Maybe that's just what it is. It's our love for other people that keep us from saying how we feel and what we need and what we think, because we don't want to hurt them or offend them. But we hurt them. We have to understand that we hurt them and offend them, and we hurt and offend ourselves also when we hold back. No matter what you think, no matter what you feel, no matter how ugly it is, no matter how hard it sounds, you gotta be willing to get your shit up out you now. Like, ain't no healing if you gon' hold that shit. Ain't no healing if you gon' hold that shit. Ain't no healing if you gon' hold that shit. I've had women have to tell me, like, I'm embarrassed because a man molested my child and I stayed. My child said a man that I loved hurt her and I stayed. I dismissed it. And like, it ain't like the woman is still there. Like, if you still in your shit, then yeah, we're gonna have to get on you, sis. We're gonna have to get on your ass a little bit. But to have moved past it, and to be able to say it, and to be able to speak it, and not let anybody hold it over you, you know, like, there's some freedom in that. So you're gonna hurt your own feelings, gonna be hurt, and you're gonna hurt some other people's feelings being honest. Okay, being honest. Like, It's going the same way as a sister who will say that, it's another sister who will have to tell her, that's the reason I don't never fuck with you, sis. That's the reason that I never really fuck with you. Because I believed your daughter and you didn't believe your daughter and you didn't move to protect your daughter. And you, yeah, like, we gotta be 100. I've had a friend who stopped fucking with me when I was like 18, 19, and I wondered why she stopped fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? And when Facebook got big, I found her and asked why, and she was like, it was the relationship you was in. I was like, what, he was hitting on you or something? She was like, no, he never once hit on me, but it was that I could tell he was hitting you. Like, I could tell he was beating your ass, and you kept hiding and lying, and like, I kept trying to give you a way out, and you wouldn't take a way out, like, and I hated to see that shit, and I couldn't do it. Like, I was like, I told myself, either she gonna choose our friendship or she gonna choose that relationship, and you chose that relationship. Like, and this is me finding it out 10 years, 15 years later, you know, 10 years, 15 years later, and that's because I didn't know how to say to him, I want out of this. I want out of this, because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. And I didn't know how to say to my sister friend, I'm scared and I need help getting out, because I didn't want her to say something that would hurt my feelings. And she didn't tell me straight up, yo, if you're going to stay in that abusive ass relationship lying about what's happening and you don't want to get help, then I'm not going to be your friend. I can't do it. If you won't let me help you and love you, then I can't, because then I feel like I'm hurting you. She couldn't say that to me straight up because she didn't want to hurt my feelings. And then as a result of that, all of our feelings were still hurt. All of us went without a healthy relationship. All of us went without a healthy friendship. All of us lost because all of us were afraid of hurting someone's feelings. It's hard, but you're going to have to hurt some feelings on this journey, sis. You're going to start with yours, though. That's going to be the banger. Some feelings will be hurt. It's part of the process. And I'm mentioning this, I'm guessing, when we're talking about Seshetta, because I remember journaling. I remember my Seshetta journal work the first time. Like I said, she's a scribe and consorts to scribes and a keeper of secrets. So when we began to journal it, and for me, even calling her name made a difference. You know, calling an energy of a scribe or secret keeper before doing my journal work. There were things that surfaced that I wasn't prepared for. I heard again things that I should have said to people and didn't say because I was afraid or didn't want to hurt feelings. And in the same way, my womb said things to me that I hadn't wanted to hear. My womb had conversations with me, and that was embarrassing. You know what I mean? Anyway, Seshetta will guide you as you come face to face with your secrets within each gateway. But the secret shit, we gotta get it out, put it out. Tell the truth about how you feel. Tell the truth about what you regret. Tell the truth about your shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And that's okay. It's all right to do that, It's all right to do that. Push and purge. Seshetta will guide you as you come face to face with your secrets. This may be the bravest and most difficult thing you've ever done. The following Seshetta questions help to bring information to the surface of your mind, body, and spirit from the depths of your being. We talk about all the time how strong our brains are and how magical they are, and that they will they'll block out things that hurt us to save us. Okay? They'll black out. Even remember I told you about the energy. All right. Even if you're in a traumatic accident, a lot of times your body will, the concussion or the coma, your body is putting you in a state of rest so it can do what it's got to do. No energy expelled. And when our brains do that, they rest us. They keep us from, because if we stressed out, or like, let's say a child, and it's not no trigger, it's not to be triggering you. Like, if a child is molested, okay, if a child is molested by someone that they know, love, and trust, and this is a traumatic experience, it can cause a child to undergo several chemical reactions on the inside, and a lot of those chemical reactions can be damaging, okay? Adrenaline, like a lot of the chemicals that our body can release, just like these fucking animals in nature. They got, a skunk can release some funk shit, okay? when we go through traumatic experiences, depression, our bodies release some funk shit on the inside, okay? And so if you have a child who's been molested, and this funk shit, this chemical, this is enough to destroy some of the things in their body, some of their body systems, then their brains are powerful enough to black it out so they don't have to remember. Just so you don't have to go through the stress and the trauma, the physical trauma that the stress will bring on, your body will shut it the fuck down, make the motherfucker never happen, the bitch go away. And sometimes it come back and sometimes it doesn't. Journaling your sea shadow work, this shit will come back. All of the things that you blacked out, all of the things that you can't understand, or you wonder where you get this from or why you do that, there are parts of you that remember those things. And while you feel like, no, it's not, you know it's a host of motherfuckers who get a lot of money to play a hypnosis game where they can put you the fuck out on a couch, my nigga. The same couch like the one you got at your house and shit. Using the same fucking words that you can use at your house and shit. And to put you the fuck to sleep and be all in your sea shadow journal anyway. They know what you don't know. The shit that you keep brushing off, and they know it. They know that there are things in you that you remember from past lives. There are things that how many partners your mama had, like, is in you. You know these things, and there's a way those things can be accessed. Do your sea shadow journal work. You don't have to go pay nobody to hypnotize you. Do your sea shadow journal work and ask for things to be revealed. As sea shadow reveals the secret of each gateway to us or to others, we are given an opportunity to wash our dirty laundry so that we will gain healing. Sea Shadow's process of unveiling gives us the gift of purifying ourselves through each gateway. All right? Yeah. So, it is puzzling but revealing. Okay? And when we ask and journal, we receive greater clarity, peace, and greater power. And that's what we're here for. So, that's peace. Here are some sample Sea Shadow questions for Gateway 1. And I encourage you to write them. Like I said, like, don't just journal on your phone or take notes in your book. I encourage you to get a separate notebook. And I know you haven't been to school in a long time, and you ain't got time for that, because who has time for healing, right? Who got time for you? Anyway, I encourage you to write it out, to really write it out, all right? Sample Sea Shadow questions for Gateway 1. Sacred word guarded by Tahuti. Intuitively use the system for each gateway. Hold an inner conversation with yourself or an outer conversation with your sacred sister of support. Question 1. What is my hidden truth? What words am I afraid to speak to people? Question number 2. Why am I afraid to express hidden truths to others? Am I afraid to lose a friend? What would happen if I lost this friend? Am I afraid to be alone? Great Rising says Great Rising. Answer from the Guardian Tahuti who is indwelling. First, the truth is that you're never alone. And second, the truth will set you free. So if you keep purifying and rejuvenating through the sacred woman work, just as you appear to lose a friend from the lower realm of being, you are also gaining and growing into new friendships from the higher realm who mirror your growth back to you. Great Rising, D. Great Rising. In each gateway, ask your spiritual guardian to reveal to you directly or through your journals who you are, what you are, why you are. Ask Sea Shadow to reveal your secrets to you. Know that Sea Shadow within will allow you to bring the answer to the surface. If you find it difficult to receive the answers to your secrets, then ask Sea Shadow to allow you to be willing to ask the gateway guardians to speak through your voice or journal on your behalf. Record your questions and the answers you receive in the journal work for the gateway that you're in. And repeat, Twa Inter, Sea Shadow, which means thank you. Twa Inter, Sea Shadow, for revealing my secrets. I give thanks and praise for the kingdom of the truth that you have opened to me. 7-day transformative work. The Sacred Gateway, transforming. Young Malcolm, email me at that's peace, DATSPEACE at Gmail. At Gmail. Email me. Please email me. The Sacred Gateway transformative work is, I was gonna say Facebook called me, but I don't have no Facebook call. You know, y'all can. I erased the Messenger app and shit since I can't get in it anyway, and it's still letting people call me on Facebook Messenger. Like if I try to answer, it's gonna be like, you've been blocked from using this service. Why don't you tell them I've been blocked then? Anyway, hit me up. All right, the Sacred Gateway transformative work is the most important work you'll do in part 3 of the Sacred Woman. It integrates everything you're learning in each gateway and gives you an overview of the whole plan. The transformative practices offer powerful daily spiritual and physical exercises, important reminders about diet and cleansing techniques, useful list of do's and don'ts, and uplifting visualizations, meditations, affirmations, and prayers. And let me give you that just so you'll have it. It says, this is transformative work with reminders about diet, cleansing techniques, and a useful list of do's and don'ts, uplifting visualizations, meditations, affirmations, and prayers. The only thing that's going to conflict with what I'm going to be teaching you going forward and what I've taught you in the past is cleansing techniques. In the past, I told you if you had a boil, if you had eczema, if you had acne, if you had any of these things, then the answer was bentonite clay. You know how I feel about that goddamn bentonite clay. I still stand strong on that, and for emergency purposes, I will in fact be on that shit for emergency purposes. But I do understand now that if you have a boil, or if you have eczema, or if you have acne, the clay won't fix it. It'll temporarily cover it, just like medicines do. It'll suppress something or make that pass, but it doesn't fix it. There's a way now that I know how to fix it, and I don't want you to have a cleansing technique. I want you to eat in a way that's hygienic always, so that there are no toxins pushing to be released. All right. Okay, young Malcolm then hit me up. That's peace. That's peace. I don't know. Yeah, I should have asked you. Now I guess I'll ask you in a minute. I should have asked you for your phone number so you can call me, but I really want to see where you stand in the struggle, because I have a task for you. I have a task for you. I have a task for you. Like I said, I'm just going to leave it there until I do some more altar work. I would hate for me to be letting my cats out the bag prematurely. All right. Yeah, I love you, though. I want you to do some work. I want you to do some work. Okay. Okay, here we go. Above all, they help you create appropriate new priorities and integrate these practices into your daily life as you continue on your journey of sacred womaness. As you spend 7 days traveling through each gateway, remember to keep transforming the words I can't into I can, I won't into I will, I'm unable into I am able, and watch your life transform before your amazed eyes. Okie dokie. Yes, blessing of the first sacred woman, and then we can get out of here. And just because I love doing this shit. Blessing of the first sacred woman. Aha! I am a sacred Kemetic woman, Hettepu. I am a sacred Rasta woman, Jah Rastafari. I am a sacred Hebrew Israelite woman, Shalom. I am a sacred Muslim woman, Alhamdulillah. I am a sacred Hare Krishna woman, Hare Krishna Hare Bol. I am a sacred Buddhist woman, Nam Myoho Renge-kyo. I am a sacred Christian woman, Hallelujah. I am a sacred Turtle Island woman, Aho. I am a sacred Yoruba woman, Ashe. For real, like, it's dope because, let me say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Say, hold it. Hold on, Lisa. Yeah, me too. Wait, hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, you see it? Ah. Ah. Oh, yeah, in case you want to screenshot that and shit, I'm going to say, hold on, I'm going to stay still. But, yeah, blessing of the first sacred woman. I'm going to get my altar together today, too, y'all. I got sage pieces and yeah, it's rough back there. But we going to get it together. One of my children had put my lamp right on my damn plant. So she is burnt the fuck out. It's cool, though. It's cool, though. All right. Okay, so this is it, and we're closing out. Sacred women of the world, I come to you with greetings and peace as you come together in Smai Tawi, which means unity, to spread healing to all corners of the earth. I am the first woman, the Nubian African woman, mother of all of. Wait a minute, hold on. I am the first woman, the Nubian African woman, mother of all other women within the rainbow of colors, traditions, and cultures that now cover the globe. As the original woman, every aspect of my existence was spiritually directed, and government, work, marriage, family, life, foods, healing, ceremonies, life and transformation, or death were directed by the Most High in Tur, the Creator. There was no separation of spirit and state in my time. All was one, coming from the one Creator, the Divine Spirit. As an African Nubian woman, I lived and breathed, even dressed and adorned myself in the holy and living spirit of the Great Mother and Great Father Spirit. From me, the original woman, the African woman, every language, every culture, every religion was born. From the original woman, the African woman, the sacred woman, every language, every culture, every religion was born. Every tradition was inspired by the first woman. Give honor, praise, and adoration to the first mother, the sacred African mother. That's a woman, the sacred African woman. All right, we're going to pick up tomorrow. We're not probably going to pick up at the Spiritual Observances Roadmap. The most potent time to do spiritual work is between 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. when your melanin is more potent spiritually. Be in bed between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. to ensure joyous awakening and disciplined morning spiritual observance. The sooner we retire after sunset, the more centered and healthy we will be throughout our day. All right, so let me find out where we're going to pick up tomorrow. Oh, yeah, the roadmap is something we'll probably do as we go through. Oh, shit. It's time, y'all. It's time. Tomorrow we start with Chapter 6, Gateway 1, Sacred Words. Gateway 1, Sacred Words. And that's so cool, too, because we'll spend the week. We'll spend a whole week. Damn, this is week 1. This is week 1. And we're starting Tuesday. And I'm going to see if I can break this down so that we actually make this last the week. Alright, well, yeah, we should be able to do that. With the way I get down, it should take us that long. Woo! Alright, family. That's it. So from the topics over the next 7 days. Damn. Give me a second. Alright, so tomorrow, I don't know how this is gonna work, but tomorrow I'm gonna try to read through the whole thing. It's taking us so long to get to the gateways. A lot of us may not know or may have forgotten, but we are encouraged to read through the entire text before we start to work the text. We are encouraged to read through the entire text before we start to work the text. So on y'all behalf, I done read the whole book, but I'm going to try to read the entire gateway before we start to do the work in the gateway. So tomorrow, Queen Mother, if you hear it tomorrow, I need you to be like, read, baby. Keep me focused. Keep me focused. Okay. Hear this affirmation and I can go. It's a little past an hour. It's time. All right. I am a distinctive, beautiful flower and a healing herb with a heart, a mind, breasts, buttocks, and a womb. I come with sacred earth medicine to heal myself. All right. I love you. Peace, family. Quit button.